Enter the secrets of gelato. That's the theme of today, and you're listening to a World Chef podcast, World on a Plate, and I'm your host, Ragnar Fredriksson. The Gelato World Cup is taking place on the 20th to 22nd of January in Rimini at the CGEP, which is the Dulce World Expo. Dulce standing for gelato and pastry and bakery and all the things we love. And for the first time, World Chef is the official partner responsible for all the judging to ensure a fair and consistent judging of the event. So it's a World Chef endorsed event now. And to open the secrets of gelato, I have with me no other than the president of the jury and a member of the Gelato World Committee of Honor, who is also honorary president of Singapore Pastry Alliance. And it's our own Kenny Kong from Singapore. And I say our own Kenny Kong because he has been involved in World Chef for such a long time, and he's a member of our culinary competition committee. Kenny is a World Chef certified international A judge and served as a head of jury in many of our most prestigious competitions, such as the Global Chef Challenge, and also in the judging in the Culinary Olympics and the Culinary World Cup, to name only a very few. But before that, he was also several-time gold medalist at the Olympics, amongst others, before becoming the coach and the mentor of the very, very successful Singapore national pastry team. And this is just a glance. So where he has received many awards and accolades for his life achievements and as an outstanding pastry artist and as a mentor to so many young pastry chefs. So, I could go on forever. And so I'm really, really proud to welcome my friend and a man whose talent is as big as his humility and kindness. And therefore, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show, Kenny. So welcome on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rena. Thank you for your kind words.
No, yeah, it's we go a long way back, Kenny, and you've been so involved in the World Chef and the Singapore Chef Association. I want to talk about that. And before we talk about gelato, because this is the theme, let's just tell us how did you become a pastry chef? What made you want to dedicate your life to this art and the mentoring of people?
Yeah, I think this is pastry is my life, and actually, and then since when I joined about my career, start from Hong Kong, and I never changed my career until today. And definitely, I think the future is rely on the young. I believe what we have learned from the past, we also have a junior pastry chef before. I believe nowadays we should be also share the same experience and our knowledge to pass down, to carry about for the young chef, young pastry chef, especially about in Asia, because in Asia we are very familiar with the Asian pastry, but when we talk about for the Europe, and definitely when we wanted to share about all the technique about to making Europe pastry, about the gelato, and then that we needed to get more involved and we need to share about more information and knowledge and technique about to our Asian of the talent of the pastry chef.
Yeah, I mean, you've been involved for such a long time and always been very supportive to world chefs, and I know for the Singapore Chef Association and the Pastry Alliance in Singapore. I mean, do you see today young people? How important is it for you to be engaged, and why would you recommend young people in Singapore, around the world, to get involved in the local association?
I think the most important that you must have a passion, and then you have a goal. When you have the goal, and then when you have the way, you need to direct to go forward to all the chef association, and because why the goal and the dream is come by every one of ourselves. Then like me, when I wanted to dream one day, we want to be a pastry chef. When I wanted to share, wanted to work with all the other professionals, the best way is working together with the chef association, because chef association is the association to gather all the experts together among for each country. And then I believe that when every one of you, when you have your own dream, when you about have the passion about for the pastry or culinary, please go direct forward to your country, the chef association, because this is only the association. This is the only about the expert and assist you and work together to achieve the goal among of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, thank you for all your involvement and all that you give back. That I see that you never say no when we come to you, when we ask you for things for our young chefs, for the Congress we'll talk about later on, and now about the Gelato World Cup. So thank you for accepting to take on this duty. And I know you take it very seriously, because I've been following the communication of the Gelato World Cup that is almost around the corner. So it's just around the corner now on the 20th of January. And so I thought it would be interesting to get you here on the podcast to talk about gelato, because we haven't really, in Well Chefs, we haven't really talked about gelato. We do a lot of things, and now we bring gelato into our family of thoughts. So let us talk a little bit about, firstly, the Gelato World Cup happening now. You were the president of the jury. We have great jury members with you. So what is the competition about? What is the format of the competition?
I think the form of the competition, the gelato, definitely everything is working together with the gelato. Okay, everything. But when the team is come together, we have totally, and we have at the moment we have totally 11 of the country, and then they all come together, and then they share about working about for different of the technique, including the chocolate work, including something that is many people they already forget, the nougatine pieces, sugar work, ice carving, and definitely we have a lot of different technique of the gelato that all the country team they need to perform, like of the snack of the gelato savory, and then there's something that not is together with not only about for the sweet, we also have a savory gelato, and also together with the entremet of the gelato, with the gelato dessert, and so on. I believe this is very interesting and very professional of the Gelato World Cup, and then come to meet all the professionals together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most important is that gelato is something that is among us is not is one of the very professional of the technique to make a gelato. It's not only about the technique, and then definitely we will be also share during about this competition. We will be share more of the professional of the pastry. They know and learn about how to make a perfect gelato.
Exactly. And so, yeah, we have no, this is a great addition, and we are planning to create some more webinars on gelato and really putting gelato on the menu of on World Chefs education programs. So it's a really a great initiative, and we're very excited if people happen to be able to come to Rimini. Is going to be on a great event there, the CJEP, and so at the World Cup. So do you know how many participants, who is participating? It's from all over the world, yeah.
They're totally about 11 countries.
Yeah, from all over the world, right? Yeah.
All over the world, yeah, including the Asian, and then we the Asian and Europe all come together.
Yeah. So there has been like because I think you are also ahead of the pre-selection for Asia. So there are pre-selections, and then the winners are all coming together now in Rimini this January.
Yeah,
every 2 years.
Asia we come from we have the Asian Gelato Cup, and then they will selected about the 3 Asian team, and then they will be also participate about for the Gelato Cup in Rimini.
Yeah, but as I said, we at World Chef, we are really proud to be a part of this event, and it's sort of a new discipline for us, that we are really eager to inform our members more about gelato and what is gelato. And as I said, we're going to follow up with some webinars on gelato and what have you. But hey, tell us first about gelato. I mean, let's start somewhere. Like, why were we talking about gelato? Why don't we say ice cream? Is there a difference between gelato and ice cream?
Well, yes, definitely there's a definition because gelato generally has a very lower fat and compared to the ice cream. And gelato typically use more milk and less cream, while ice cream is contain a higher proportion of the cream. And also how we consider it like a gelato because we are looking for few factors like air content. Gelato is turned into a very lower speed than ice cream, and then which is result will be less sugar. And being incorporated into the mixture, this make the gelato more denser and smoother in the texture compared to the lighter first texture of the ice cream. And besides that, they have also something different with the serving the temperature. Gelato is serving at a very slightly warmer temperature than ice cream, which also contribute to its smoother texture and intense flavor. Gelato also is often praised for having a more intense and pure flavor compared to ice cream because of the less cream. The lower fat content allows the flavor to come through more prominently. Besides that, how we serving the gelato also a little bit different than the ice cream. Gelato is typically stored at a slightly higher temperature than the ice cream, making it softer and easier to scoop even when serving straight from the freezer. While different of the exists is extended to look at variation in recipe and production method can result in a range of texture and flavor for both gelato and ice cream. Modern variation and fusion recipe may also the line is between about these two kind of the different of the technique gelato and ice cream.
Yeah, so we can see a lot of variety, and it's going to be very exciting. I mean, when you are judging the competition when it comes to gelato in particular, so what are the judges looking for? Like, what makes the perfect gelato? How do you separate the competitors? What is a perfect gelato, and what is a failed gelato, so to speak?
I think everybody have to learn that the judging the perfect gelato is involved considering very factors, and the criteria can be subjective to some extent. However, there are generally accepted standard and characteristics that the judges, especially in the gelato competition, and what the judges are looking for the flavor. We are judging look for the pronounced and well-balanced flavor. The taste should be rich, natural, and true to the chosen of ingredient. We are also looking for the texture. Creaminess. The texture of the gelato to be smooth and creamy with a dance of consistency. The gelato should not feel icy or having large ice crystal. And also must be maintain a consistency texture from the first scoop to the last without any bitterness. Also, we're looking about for the appearance. The color should be natural and vibrant. We not recommend using the coloring. We're using the natural fruit ingredient. Reflection the ingredient used. Artificial color and generally we discourage. We're also looking for, most important also, the flavor and aroma. A good gelato should have a pleasant and inviting aroma that complement its flavor. Of course, how to make it the best gelato is the technique, churning and freezing. Judging also, we also look on the skill of the gelato maker, the competitor, in achieving the right balance of the air incorporation during the turning process. You cannot overrun the gelato mixture, and proper freezing to create the design of the texture. You need to control the temperature. Even the storage. The gelato should be stored and served at a correct temperature to maintain its quality. Most also very important also the ingredient. We recommend using the high quality and authentic about the ingredient is crucial, because all the judge may also appreciate the use of the real fruits, nuts, and other natural flavoring. Traditionally, in between of innovative, while traditional flavor are often well regarded. Innovative and unique combination can also impress judges if all executed well. The last we have to looking about for the gelato should melt in your mouth smoothly. We look without any of the rough of the grindy sensation. All the judges, of course, we need to look about for gelato must be with a balance of the sweet flavor, aroma, with a very well balanced sweetness and enhance the overall experience. And this is only my recommendation about to all the competitors.
Mm. Mm. No, yeah, thank you for that rundown, because there's a lot of points there for the professional chefs listening to us. And I don't know in our community how many the pastry chefs we have really have like dived into gelato and focused on that. But I mean, in your opinion, how important is it to a pastry chef to master their gelato craft? Is it a competitive advantage? What do you think?
I think mastering about the craft of gelato can be highly valuable for a pastry chef, especially if they work in a sitting where with a frozen dessert are figuring about the commentary. I think there's several reasons why mastering gelato making can be important for a pastry chef. We have to learn how to make gelato, expand a pastry chef skill set, the ability to create a variety of the frozen dessert, variety to the chef repertoire, allowing them to cater a broader range of the customer preference.
Mm.
And gelato actually is gelato can be a perfect companion of the end of the pastry, cakes, and other of the product, baked goods. A pastry chef who can pair delicious of the gelato flavor with their pastry can curate well around rounded and memorize about dessert offerings about to the customer. Or the pastry chef also also seasonal of the varieties, because gelato provides an opportunity to incorporate of the seasonal and fresh ingredient into the dessert. Pastry chef can have opportunity to create unique and refreshing gelato flavor based on the seasonal food, herbs, and other of the ingredient. Of course, besides that, we have artistic of the presentation to attract the customer. Gelato allow for artistic presentation and creative of combination. And then the skill and gelato making can craft visually appealing dessert that showcase not only the great taste, but also the appealing how to attract the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very important. This is the most also the important is for the pastry chef.
That's right.
For the ice cream, yes, for the gelato.
And because it's also, I mean, in the recent years, pastry and gelato has become quite a trend in the market. So it is a new business opportunities presenting them there for diversifying and.
Yes, therefore, why I think the most important when we need to have to upgrade our knowledge. We need to understanding the science, the technique, and then behind the gelato making is not only the recipe. The gelato making adapts to a pastry chef to the culinary knowledge, because it demonstrates a commitment to continuous learning and a willingness to explore different aspects of the culinary art. Gelato making is part of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of business opportunities and a very important part of the whole customer experience that we're so happy to bring that to our members now, and it's sort of been a forgotten thing. I mean, you've been involved in the Gelato World Cup for a long time with the Singapore with the Asian selection that you run and manage. And I mean, I know you're as a great professional, but I guess at the end of the day, it's about pleasure. And I'm sure, Kenny, so you, I can hear from your speaking that you love your pastry, you love your gelato. Hey, so any favorite? What is your favorite flavor, if you would have to say, of a gelato? What should we try?
I think, well, regarding the flavor, as a chef, we need to taste everything.
Yeah.
We need to taste anything. This is a very good experience for us to even for learning, because every country, everywhere, there's something is very different, and then than the other. Even therefore, why I believe that as a chef, and then we need to also uh adapt any kind of the flavor. But only one thing that you say about the flavor, but one thing that is the flavor is except is the durian food.
Oh.
The
Oh, I
durian food
remember.
that really that is one thing that
You
is not my favorite. Yeah,
you too.
except this. Yeah.
I wasn't grown up with durian food, but I remember walking in when we had our congress in Kuala Lumpur, and like they were selling durian in the street. It's just this whole street was stinking. Sorry for
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to,
We had the same experience,
yeah.
but some people love
Only
it.
my
Yeah,
opinion,
but
but oh my
it's
God,
only for my personally. Yeah.
mine too. So I don't want to insult somebody who loves durian, but yeah, I can get that because there are so many flavors. There is like unlimited types of flavor you can create with a gelato, like you said.
Yeah.
It was savory to sweet and whatever. What I mean, what is the most original flavor, gelato flavor you tasted, or like if you have any experience you want to share with us for you?
I think something like we have, like is the Italian number of floor di latte.
For the,
What they call is a milk flour. Actually, this is it's a cow milk mozzarella.
Mm,
I think it's distinguished it from a buffalo milk mozzarella.
mm,
But this is very, I think it tastes like because it's very simple. It tastes the quality of the milk, and using without any external flavor is already fantastic.
right.
But the more simple and more difficult to handle well. And then this one thing is very good memory in my life to make this original of the very simple special of the gelato. But this, until now, I still never forget.
Wow, that's interesting you say that because actually I was maybe expecting some fantasy flavors, but you are going back to the root of the basic ingredient, and that is
Yeah.
not just not any milk, but the fior di latte, which is the milk's flour, which is like a very specific milk that, and use that like that primary ingredient and use it
Yes, right.
action. Yeah. Well, that's a great answer actually, Kenny. Yeah, because it's actually putting a focus on the primary ingredient and not how you can spoil them with influence from other directions in a sense. But of course, yes, you everybody's free to and should actually experiment with flavoring and but I guess what you're saying is the prime ingredient is the most important.
Yes, right. Actually it's very important.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Kenny. I think you give us a really good overview and oversight over the secrets of gelato, and we're looking forward to in Well Chefs for the next coming months to educate our
Yeah,
members.
one more thing ago, we welcome every of the professional chef come to Italy to
Yeah,
support the World Chef, the first Gelato World Cup. And definitely, I believe we will be give every one of you when you come to Italy, the Rimini, and we will welcome you.
that's right. 20th of January to 22nd of January in Rimini is a
Yeah.
beautiful town. There's a beautiful food in Rimini, and
Yeah.
have a beautiful beachside and historical town. So it's really worth visiting, and to experience the Gelato World Cup. It's going to be an amazing event. So thank you for that, Kenny. Hey, I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago we were talking about when you mentioned durian, and that brings me back to our congress in Kuala Lumpur. Well, it
Oh,
so
yeah.
happens that we have a World Chef Congress in 2024 this year in October is in your hometown, Singapore, which where you've been in Singapore now. You are not native Singapore, but it's your hometown now, and
Yes, in my hometown.
I'm sure that you're all really excited to get all the chefs from the world to Singapore and show them your hometown. What does it mean for the Singapore chefs and the Pastry Alliance to host the World Chef Congress in 2024, do you think?
Well, I think this is the one thing. I think this is everyone is excited nowadays when we are the Singapore professional chef. Over the span of the 96 years ago, since its exception in about 1928, about for the World Congress. And the World Congress and Expo has been already hosted in 39 cities over the world wide.
Yeah.
And this first stage of the UN serve a platform of connecting of the thought, all the leaders and influence of the figures in progress industry, fostering about the collaboration, cultural and relationship. And we are shaping a shared vision for this future of the hospitality. Today, in the present day, Singapore, we proudly host about the World Congress and Expo is attracting a diverse assembly of the hospitality professional from 111 national chef associations around the globe.
Mm.
And renowned for its culinary of the excellence, Singapore has earned a stellar of the reputation as the gastronomic destination and the food paradise.
Mm.
From charities of the hawker delight to Michelin star establishment. I believe Singapore offers a very rich of the culinary experience to the global community of the chef.
Absolutely, you nailed it there. From the hawker, we're gonna taste some hawker food. We're gonna, for our visitors, we're gonna be trying the chili crab and chicken rice and all the traditional but amazing Michelin star chefs are also gonna visit the Congress, and then hopefully people are able to stay around and enjoy really the food paradise of Singapore, because there's a lot of great food, not just expensive Michelin star restaurants, but a lot of street food. And so I can't wait. You know, you've attended many congresses in the past. I don't know how many, you will tell us, but no, what did you get out of going to World Chef Congress? And you know, why should our listeners, why should they be attending the Congress?
Yeah, I have attended even in last time in the Greece and then also in Kuala Lumpur. But I believe the World Chef Congress and Expo is served as a global committee for point for the chef delegates and professional and hailing from all 5 continents around the world, fostering about the network because they give us the network opportunity and the expansion of professional of the connection among the chefs. The distinctive of this program figuring about the presentation and workshop led by the industry leading experts. And it encompasses in education, such as the World Chef Educator Forum, specialized of the UN, about towards this kind of the next, about even we also do geared towards about the advancement of the next generation, like the Young Chef Forum, the Global Chef Challenge Culinary Competition, and also international of trade exhibition. And this activity are designed so enrich both personal and professional networks among a comprehensive experience for all the competitors, all the professionals.
Absolutely.
I think yes.
I must visit. And you mentioned something important, because well, I mean, we are really excited about bringing our chefs to Singapore. So we're gonna have the Congress with a plenary session with keynote speakers at the Marina Bay Sands. Amazing place, amazing hotel. That's over 3 days with you know, there are dinners and social events to participate. But after those 3 days, it's the Food and Hotel Asia that starts, which you mentioned. Global Chef Challenge will take place there. It's Asia's leading exhibition, so it's going to be food, and it's an amazing exhibition to visit. It's not like any other, because there is all around the town. There is so many food events happening, and there is so much to see in Singapore. I mean, what would you recommend for our listeners to see in Singapore? Would you recommend like what else is there to see in Singapore?
Well, I think Singapore is reputation as the mere content jungle. by embracing a lot of the plan, I mean, a harmonious plan with the nature. And then the city in nature concept underscore our commitment to the sustainability as a guiding principle for the future. You can see a lot of very different of the experience, I mean, environment, a lot of greens among the whole Lion City. But when you have a with family, I think when you venture about in the right side and uncover the wonders, one of the nature in this Lion City, I think Resort World Sentosa anchors with attraction like the sea aquarium, one of the among the world largest one, and the churning the Universal Studio in Singapore. I think this destination is promised not just only the entertainment, but also as a deep connection with the nature, reflecting about the Singapore commitment to sustainability about amid is the urban about the times. This is one of the I just recommend about the chef to come to visit.
Yeah, you're right. There is so much to see there, and like if chefs can take time off in October, they can attend the Congress and have a look at the food in Hotel Asia. But definitely they should stay a few more days or enjoy the city, enjoy Singapore. As you said, there is so much there, like the resorts, the World Sentosa resorts, the Universal Studios. And I mean, if you want to share, like this is a secret between you and I. We don't tell anybody.
Yes.
We have a hidden gem, a restaurant, anything that we should try when we're there, and we'll try to keep it like a speakeasy, just between us.
Well, I think if for an extraordinary dining experience, and I highly recommend, I think, stepping into the Ocean Restaurant because it's totally different. And then also next step about with the Resort World Sentosa, because you will be also captivated by the advantage of the view. It's vibrant of underwater. And I have dining about over there. It's unbelievable is the experience. And then many people, they also doing the engagement also with, because it's totally, because the restaurant is, you can feel underwater world. And as you dining alongside with a lot of grapple of the manta rays, a lot of shark, and a lot of tropical of the fish, and also because it's the chef is created by the chef Oliver, is one of the 2 Michelin star chef, and then the sustainable of the dining menu is promised with a culinary journey that only about the tender side the taste, but also is the champion the environment of the responsibility. And that is a unit of opportunity for the savor of the for emerge of the beauty of the marina, the ram. I think this is one of the very, when you dining about in underwater, I think it's so fantastic.
Thank you for the tip. I make sure that I put it on my to-do list when I'm in Singapore. So
yeah, please. Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thank you, Kenny, for coming on the show and sharing all that with us. And we're looking forward to, well, firstly, just now on the 20th of January, we're going to have the Gelato World Cup. So urge everybody who can come and see and experience for themselves. And then we're really looking forward to see you in Singapore, Kenny, for the World Chef Congress in October. Right now, we actually have a special offer. So till the end of the month, there is you can save 300 euros on the full delegate package that comes with all the meals, all the experience, all the excitement.
Wow, fantastic! Yeah, very fantastic.
You can sign up now, when we're going to put that link on the podcast, so people can sign up, and we'll put on our to-do list to go to your restaurant, the Ocean Restaurant. It sounds like an amazing place, but for everybody listening, it's come visit Singapore. It's
welcome Singapore. Yeah.
Well, Kenny,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Kenny, thank you very much.
I see you in Italy.
See you in Italy, and thank you very much, Kenny. And
thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, and good luck with the Italy event. So, listening, all our listeners, thank you very much for tuning in. You're listening to World Chef Podcast. This is your host Ragnar, and you're listening to World on a Plate, and enjoy your gelato this weekend. So, thank you all. Stay safe. Take care. Cheers, Kenny.
Yeah, take care. Take care, everybody. Thank you.